President Trump proven correct again as Deep State makes outrageous move by Carmen Sabia, Politics, U.S. News for MadWorldNews.com. The investigation into the non-existent ties between Russia and the campaign of President Donald Trump has officially gone too far. A new report now shows that President Trump was correct all along about the nefarious activities being conducted by the deep state to end his presidency. The news has increased calls from many to end Robert Mueller's investigation. According to NBC News, federal authorities wiretapped the phone of the president's personal attorney, Michael Cohen, and as President Trump said around a year ago, the president himself has been spied on. NBC also reported that during the wiretap of Cohen's phone, at a minimum, one phone call to the White House was spied on. The wiretap was in place weeks before the raid on Cohen's New York office and home by FBI agents on April 9th. It is not known if the wiretap was approved by a federal judge. It is also possible that the president himself was captured on the wiretaps, which would be both an unprecedented and unheard of move if that happened. Told you they played dirty, and we're playing fair. Federal prosecutors have previously disclosed that they had searched Cohen's email accounts covertly in court documents. Michael Avenatti, the attorney for porn star Stormy Daniels, whose real name is Stephanie Clifford, said that he knew for a fact that Cohen's text messages were spied on after news of the wiretap broke. I don't think we're going to find out that this was confined just to emails or voice wiretaps. I think my understanding is that they were also wiretapping text message communications for the weeks leading up to the FBI's raids, Avenatti told MSNBC on Thursday. I also think that ultimately it will be disclosed that during these wiretaps, the FBI learned of means by which Michael Cohen and others were going to potentially destroy or spoliate evidence or documentation, Avenatti added. Once they had that information in hand, that is what served as the predicate or the basis for them to be able to go in and get the warrants to search the home, the office, and the hotel room of Michael Cohen. It is not known if the president was caught on Cohen's wiretaps, but two sources close to the president's newest attorney, former New York City Mayor Rudolph Giuliani, said that the president did call Cohen in the days following the raid on his office and home. The sources said that Cohen told President Trump to not call him again out of concern for the president being wiretapped. The question now is, were the wiretaps approved by a federal judge, and if they were, on what basis were they approved? The affidavits are typically highly detailed and carefully vetted by experienced lawyers. In all cases, the wiretap must be approved by a federal judge. Former U.S. Attorney Chuck Rosenberg, who now works as an assistant for NBC, said, "This is an exacting process where the government must demonstrate to a federal judge that there is an ongoing crime." Judicial Watch President Tom Fitton was among those who expressed outrage at the news. Outrageous. Donald Trump's lawyer had his phone tapped and email accounts searched before the raid. Mueller, out of control, shut it down. Rosenstein and DOJ also need to be held to account, he tweeted. He's absolutely correct there. The FBI, Robert Mueller, and the Democrats have been searching for a crime to pin on the president since he was elected, and they showed no signs of stopping. At a certain point, President Donald Trump will have to put an end to what is starting to appear to be a never-ending investigation into the president and those associated with him. If the president was caught on the wiretaps of Michael Cohen, it would be an unconscionable move. To spy on the sitting president of the United States is a bridge too far, and it needs to be stopped. But let's say they got him on the phone saying destroy certain documents, okay? They're not telling us that if Donald Trump steps in and fires Mueller and the rest of the gang there, which is his prerogative, that's what I think. What happens if they wiretapped him, and let's say they got something on him saying something to his attorney, which is supposed to be client attorney privilege. What happens then? You see what I'm saying? They're playing very, very, very dirty. They're playing very dirty and very nasty, and we're going by the rules, and they're pulling their tricks, and enough is enough at this point. If Trump has the authority to fire Mueller, because they said they voted something, but that it wouldn't pass, that vote wouldn't pass in order for him not to be able to fire Mueller. But I gotta tell you, this is like, it stinks to the high heavens. This stinks. It really stinks. And unless you take drastic measures, if the liberals freak out, call out the military and get it done, because this is not going to end well if you continue to allow Mueller to go on with this witch hunt hoax. In other words, no Russian collusion, which he was hired in the beginning for, and now they're looking for obstruction of justice. I mean, are you kidding me? Give it a rest at this point. Enough is enough. And we don't care, first of all, obstruction about firing Comey. Excuse me? He has the presidential authority to do so. I like DeGenova's version of it. DeGenova's right on target. And Tom Fitton, he knows shut it down. So I'm more than sure Trump can shut it down. I wouldn't care about what these liberal leftists think about Mueller and what they think about Trump. I would shut it down and take my presidential authority and just go with it. And if they don't like it, bring out the military if they cause problems. That's basically the bottom line. There's nothing else you can do. Nothing else. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And again, thank you so much for watching.